truly anything is possible when you are in alignment. Life becomes effortless, magic, because you're on the path of least resistance, true to you, true to who you really are, true to what you desire. And then it's as if it doesn't take effort. It's as if you don't need to work hard. You don't need to do anything that you don't want to do. You just know who you are. You embrace your gifts, your talents, your abilities, what's unique about you. You double down on those beautiful qualities. And then it's as if the universe is conspiring around you to bring out just the most amazing experience. And I mean, 5 years ago, I was dreaming of the life that I'm living now. I'm here in Vietnam. You can see I'm on a little cute terrace overlooking a little alleyway. And literally, a little over 5 years ago, I was dreaming of a reality of a life where I could just travel anywhere I wanted, when I wanted, not knowing where I was going to go next, not knowing who I was going to meet or what I was going to be doing, but just trusting the flow of life, spontaneously listening to my guidance, following that little nudge, the passion, the inspiration, the little guidance within that's just nudging me in the right direction. And this is so counter to the way of the world, which is planning and preparing and doing all these kind of funny things from this point of view of all that we think we need to do, all that we think we need to be in order to be successful, in order to have financial freedom, in order to live an abundant life, the work that we need to do, all the things that we must take on, all the prescriptions, all the strategies, all the tactics that other people will say are needed and that are the only things that really work. Actually, alignment is the way that it works for you. And that's the key that I've learned over the last 5 years, is that the more I can trust myself, the more I can embrace myself, the more I can surrender to my path, be uncompromising, unapologetically true to myself, the more life reflects back to me the freedom, the fulfillment, and the abundance that is my true nature. And I would never have guessed that I would be living the life that I'm living now 5 years ago. I wouldn't have believed that it was possible. Waking up into a day of my own choosing, getting to go where I want, do what I want in my own time, and yet looking forward constantly to the conversations that I'm having with new clients, new people that I'm meeting, bumping up against the most inspiring people. It's just a natural unfolding of the moment. And that synchronicity of that opportunity is so beautiful when you can really surrender to it and allow life to serve you, to be guided by your intuition, your inspiration. And this is something that I've recognized, and this is why I've developed my I am model of alignment, which is identity, alignment, and manifestation, a three-part process of coming into alignment with who you truly are. Because everything at its heart begins with your sense of self, your self-concept, your identity. And when you can allow yourself to let go of the things that you take on in life, the limiting beliefs, the sense of lack, the programs, the conditions that are preventing you from being in flow with who you truly are, when you can align with your true identity, that blueprint of your individuality that you came into this world with, which once you're in alignment is when life becomes really effortless. And through your gifts and your talents and your presence, you can live abundantly. You can live in the way that you desire to live truly and the way that you're meant to live. And that's the second part, is once you become aware of these things and you start to understand what you've picked up that's in the way of that, then it's about alignment. And alignment is about your habits. It's about your thinking. It's about your feeling. It's about really understanding that sense of self, which is true to you, and making little adjustments, recalibrating, incorporating, implementing those true ways of being that bring you constantly back into alignment with who you really are. Because this really is an inner game, and it's a constant inner game. where every now moment, the eternal now, you have a choice to be who you are or to settle for what the world has tried to make you into. And every time you choose for the world, every time you choose for limitation and conditioning, you create struggle, you create suffering, you create the need for hard work. But it's not actually needed. That's the myth. You can do it your way, and that's the most fulfilling, and that's the most fun, and it's also the most free, financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, relationally, every way possible. It's freedom for you. And that's the last part, which is manifestation, which is bumping up against those limiting beliefs, those fears, those doubts along the way, which are inevitable. They're part of the journey, and they're just the echoes of the past version of you, your old self, which is sort of rooted in those sense of limitations, which through compassion, through consistency, through commitment, you will be able to face them and understand them and work through them and then integrate them into your greater true self. And that model of I am, identity, alignment, and manifestation is what I've discovered over the last 5 years to be the path of least resistance. It's that inner recalibration, that inner alignment, which allows life to be beautiful and magical and so much more than you could ever dream of, truly. And this is my free masterclass. And if you haven't already had access to it, just comment align down below and I'll send you a link where you can access this free masterclass. It has videos and meditations and worksheets that you can use to dive deep, be introspective and self-inquire. And through going through these worksheets and making your own notes and reverse engineering these habits and these things that can bring you into alignment constantly, you can experience a life that is so full of ease and relaxation and joy and fun and connection and fulfillment with the work that you're meant to do, the service that you're meant to offer, and the beautiful creative expressions that you're meant to birth into the world. And so again, if you want to have access to this free alignment masterclass, which is also gamified to be a really fun way of implementing, comment a line down below and I'll send you a link where you can access it today. And this is really the heart also of this book that I've been working on, which is going to be released this week. And there's only a few days left. And it's the cheapest it's ever going to be. It's 33% off. It's under $30. And it's taking my free alignment masterclass and taking it much deeper, much further. And it's also got a workbook that can help you really go deep into the uniqueness of who you are so that you can create a business or a creative art form or whatever unique offering and service that you're meant to create so that you can tap into this daily as a commitment. And it doesn't need to take more than 3 hours a day. I started on YouTube less than a year ago, I think about almost 11 months ago now, and I've got almost 19,000 subscribers, and this is a routine now that takes me less than 2 hours a day. In the beginning, it took me about 3 hours, but through that daily commitment, consistent showing up for myself and really allowing myself to dig deep into who I am and sharing that with the world. But of course, having to face my fears and doubts and insecurities and all that stuff within me that was blocking me, the fears and everything else that was getting in the way, or the obstacles that I needed to overcome, I'm here where I am now. And you know, that process was so fulfilling in and of itself. And I'm so glad that I stuck with it, even through the hard days where I felt like I can't do this. I don't know where this is going. I don't know if it's working. My own self-judgment and criticism, but I promise you this is possible for you. It doesn't need to be YouTube. It can be whatever it's meant to be for you, but there is something. And so again, this book is taking that free masterclass even deeper. So if you comment a line down below, I'll send you more information on all of it. And I think it's your time to really step into alignment with who you are, or to take it deeper if you're already in alignment and really create the life of your dreams.